busted. I was looking at Louise. Hi, everyone.
Hey, friends.
Now, I know you're probably looking on the calendar right now and you're saying to yourself, it's Wednesday. What the fudge? But you're right. It is Wednesday. It is not Tuesday that you normally would see us, but that we've been in this crazy hiatus stage.
We said that last time.
I know. So people don't believe us anymore. But to bring some familiarity to everything, welcome to Wednesday Winedown. So cheers.
I'll have a drink of my
coffee
for that.
I just wanted to kind of say hey to everyone, and it's been a while, and that what better way to kind of interject and see how everyone is doing than midweek, right? And it was so funny because there is always certain things, and if you happen to hear music in the background, by the way, all I did was hit a play music thing, and it was just like, this is what's on. So if you find it distracting, I apologize. Not so much. She might be very quiet in all this. It's like she's on a timeout. When you get up at 5 a.m., when it's around 8-ish, 9-ish.
It's 8:40 p.m.
That's like your 10 or 11 o'clock, right?
Turn into a pumpkin.
But all you entrepreneurs out there, you know you keep that engine going. Why do I feel I'll be carrying the conversation on tonight?
I said to him, I'll follow you.
Just because you're following doesn't mean you don't have something to say.
Not yet.
But what would it take for you to like that cracker? Cricket.
I don't know. So I was doing some work today at a company that I do some consulting with. And one of the executives came to me today and said, oh, there was something that you sent to a client yesterday. I'm not sure. There seemed to be something that wasn't quite right in the documentation that you sent. Would you mind sending it over again with this correction? And I said to him, I have a rule. I don't send those types of letters after dinner. Because I did. And I sent it after dinner last night. So there was an error. Because this is me at this time of day. This is as good as it gets.
So my question is to you everyone out there, do you have that time of day where you're like, this is the cutoff line?
Dinner time.
It could be your dinner time. What part of the day do you say to yourself, I'm out?
What time is it for you?
Honestly, there used to be a time where I used to say that, but then, and you know this to be true, I'll always say, I'm not going to answer that call, or I'm not going to answer that text or answer that email. And for the most part, I usually hold true to that. But then this essential need to help someone, because I feel that's what I'm doing, I answer.
What does that have to do with the time?
Because you tell people,
I'm confused.
do not text me in this time. Do not call me in this time. Do not email me in this time.
You do?
Of course I do. We all should have our own personal timeouts. And you know what it is? If you don't want, like on your devices, Android, Apple, whatever's out there, Cinderella over here, or Snow White, they're both going to fall asleep. But and what I'm trying to say is...
Cinderella doesn't fall asleep.
Oh yeah, her pumpkin thing, right? Gotcha.
He needs to go back to Disney school or something.
Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that you can put your device, because we all live on a device, unfortunately. We can stop those time frames on when you are going to take in a call, where you're going to take in things. You can put your all these notifications, silence it, right? So I actually tell people that I'm doing that, and they're like, Jay, you're just one for the peeps, and you won't do that. And I actually go in the notifications and I turn it off. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you have to give yourself that timeout space. I'm using timeout because we have 4 children.
Put them in timeout.
But there was a time when we did.
Yeah.
And you know what?
A long time ago.
There are adults out there that should be on timeouts.
Actually, I think that's another interesting point.
There should be.
Well, why can't you as well? I think that if you get in a situation or in a conversation where you're like, this is getting a little too much, I need to just take a break for a moment. I'm coming back to the conversation. I don't want to ignore the conversation, but right now I need a moment. Right? It says a timeout.
One of our boys taught him that, and he does that actually. Well, not so much now anymore, but there was a time he would actually leave a conversation. He goes, I need a moment, which is amazing.
Well, he does. He still withdraws himself at times.
Yeah.
When we're at the cottage,
Yeah, fair. But, okay, so if you need a moment, is that give you the green light as an adult to lay on the ground and have a tantrum? Or maybe the question should be, would it be better if you laid on the ground, had a tantrum, got it out of your system, and then moved on, and therefore you would not put the proverbial shoe in your mouth? I'm not looking at anyone. I'm just teasing.
I might have a shoe store in my mouth.
She has a closet full of shoes, FYI.
Maybe I'll take you there one day.
And on that note, this has been wine. No, I'm just teasing. I feel like I was going to be on The Simpsons. This has been Winedown Wednesdays.
That was on The Simpsons?
No, but it's just like that voice over carrying voice.
Oh, boy. I'm done.
She's done. This may look awkward. I've actually done more talking than I'm normally doing, but some people will say I do a lot of talking. But.
And he thinks I do all the talking. That's why I like my own radio show. On
Tune in Tuesdays,
that's
11 a.m.
Because look at he's talking over me right now. I want you to chime in on that. Who does more talking on these?
Does your wife or husband talk over you? And if they do, are they doing it because they're trying to get their voice heard? Or are they trying to showcase them? We have missed everyone here. Thank you so much. Once again, I can hear those crickets going across. But this was very spontaneous. We just thought we'd come in here and we just shout out to everyone. It's the middle of the week. We are totally relaxing right now. We've all had a busy week. And you know what? What better way to kind of ease into the rest of the evening than to have a little conversation with all of you out there. And we hope that everyone else is winding down. You still have to reach that goal that you set for yourself. But you know what? You're halfway there. So.
And we're supposed to be ending right now. What's the goal? But what's the goal you set for yourself? totally putting him on the spot.
No, my goal for me this week is been twofold: self-reflection, and the other one has been self-love, in the sense that once you reflect on what has transpired, then you can self-love yourself. And I know,
Self-love yourself.
well,
Anyway.
Jayism. And I want to say J, it's like A, like EH, like because the Canadian A. But that's the thing, though, is that if you're in love with yourself, it's a vanity thing. But I think when you can really truly understand the faults and the things that are not perfect, because we are the perfect beings of imperfection, and if you can actually swallow that pill and understand that, you know what, you're not that, then you can start loving yourself. And that's a self-love. And wow, I just got deep. So thanks for your question. She's the best. And I love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everyone. We got funny, whimsical, and then got crazy deep. So enjoy your Wednesday. And remember, you're halfway there. Just keep going. You've got this. And you know what? Maybe we'll have another Winedown Wednesday again. That was awesome.